Hello, everyone. I'm Marinda. All my leaders, you guys, leaders of the brilliant new era in healthcare. We honor all of the technological advances of the past number of years, but we understand that this next phase of bringing together is in bringing the individual human, the individual person back, and that begins with you as the providers. Owning who you are, trusting who you are. Yes, you get to have the practice that you desire to have. You own all of who you are, not just the parts that you think that you're supposed to be the kind of provider that you want to be, but you actually get to own all of who you are. And that is what's going to be required of you. A mentor of mine who's now become quite famous, actually, she said to me, you'll never need to be more than you are, but you will need to be all that you are. Now, I have decided to specialize in working with those of us in this central US, which means we are a passionate, defiant, caring people that love to whip shitties in the snow in our trucks and go mudding. But you've gone and you've learned these incredible skills and this incredible wisdom that you want to bring back to your communities. You are the most caring, outpouring, compassionate people that I have ever met. I've lived in Minneapolis. I'm from Wisconsin. I live now in southern New Mexico, and I spent many, many, many years in different parts of Colorado. There is something about this part of the US that still is brazen, but knows how to do it in a way that's precise also. There's something about those of us that have chosen to be healthcare providers in the central US that we're unique. But they've never taught you how to combine this passion and this givingness and this loving too much with also loving you. It took me years and years and years and years to figure out how to do this. So this is what I teach, and this is what I help you do. And this is why I've decided to specialize with you, because it took me years to figure this out. It took me years to figure out ways to synthesize it, but then also to teach it in a way that it's not me. It's not me teaching you how to do it my way. It's me helping you own and helping you trust you to do it your way. So it's you that I speak to when I talk about the medicine wheel for leaders. And specifically for you, it's leaders in healthcare, right? Those of you ushering and leading in this brilliant new era that I speak of in healthcare. And this means having the practice of your dreams. And it means doing it your way. And it means being clear and confident and comfortable. I have been called many things. In this professional arena, a few of them have stuck over the years. And that is soul coach and healthcare consultant. And I want to share with you where that came from. Then we're going to do a quick intro to the medicine wheel. And as I tried to synthesize this down into a training video for you, I realized that this is actually a series. And so the next couple of videos that I post, we'll be working our way around the medicine wheel and familiarizing you with different concepts that can be on there, how you can use this as a tool, and then we'll talk today about how you set up your own. Okay, so healthcare consultant and soul coach. So I worked 18 years before I left, and then I came back in healthcare. Everything from front desk to technician to MA to clinical research to provider. I then realized that the way that medicine was going, that there's a whole human there. I was ophthalmology background, that's where I began anyway. I wanted to be able to more serve the whole human. I also was on a journey to get more confident in me, really own who I was. I was born with a lot of spiritual gifts, really connected to nature because we grew up in it, right? And wanted to explore what that meant, what that looked like. I had started on a wanting to help other people. I had learned some things and had some challenges along the way, and I had done some work around that and wanted to be able to share that with other people. And so that's where this coaching, consulting, mentoring kind of can. What happened then was deep spiritual training. Walking on Fire, shamanic journeys, all of these energy healing Reiki master, all of those titles, all of those labels. I have those. I use them all with my people. I use them all when I tap into what's going on. Now, here's the thing for those of us that are leaders. Our visions might start out rainbows and butterflies and like comfortable and sweet, but we are being called into our leadership. So ours aren't always pretty. So yes, it can seem scary in this earth realm with what you've been taught is supposed to be scary. But it's not scary for us. It's what we know. It's who we know we are. What's scary is that we know how powerful we are. And because you're powerful and because other people saw your power, they tried to make you small. That's part of it. But you see things different. You see things that just make sense, and why does nobody else get it? You have a way of seeing, of putting things together, of synthesizing information. I used to say that I was a great coordinator, but not a leader. Sound familiar? That was imposter syndrome talking. You are a leader. You've been, right? People follow you. You coordinate parties. You coordinate gatherings. You coordinate harvest day. You coordinate, hey, you're better driving a tractor, and I'm better throwing hay bales, and you're better doing this, and I'm better doing that. You coordinate hunting. Okay, you're going to stand, and then you're going to drive, and then you're going to, like, you see people's skills, you see their abilities, you see what needs to be done, and you're great at putting people in that place. You're also a great changer, putting yourself in the place that you need to be. Leadership is not a straight line, it's a web. It's a spiral, it's a web. So our visions look different. They just do. You are being called to a different place. You are doing different work. You are seeing where you forgot to trust you, where you lost your trust in you. Your visions are showing you places where you don't believe in you and where you can. It's showing you where that came from. Energetically, that's a place that we go to often when I work individually with you, is the place where you lost your trust in you. The place where somebody you told you that you couldn't be you. And we can energetically go back and see that place. When we do that, that helps you be the confident, comfortable, fun leader that you want to be. Own your vision, stand true for it, be comfortable doing that, have the creativity and the willingness to create your dream practice. Now, you may house that in a corporate system and you may house that in your own. Either of those things, right? There's great systems to support us either way. So all of this can be laid out on a medicine wheel. I would do these teachings and I would frame these workshops, and I would, take classes for me that would say that I needed a process. And I just wanted to be able to structure it a little bit. Yes, I go with my intuition, and yes, I go with the flow. But I did want some way of it flowing and coming back around. And my first introduction to the medicine wheel was in researching some Native American traditions, and I would get so frustrated that I couldn't figure it out. Study one tradition and one culture, and it would be one way, and then I would study another tradition, another culture, another teacher, and it would be a different way. Then I'm like, wait, but you just said, because they were teaching their own or a cosmology from a different belief, I couldn't figure this thing out. It was driving me crazy. So I was at the gathering of the shamans in Sedona with Dr. Mbuni. This woman just wraps you in this most incredible hug. Oh my God, I just cried from her hug. Just the love that she was able to exude in this one. Beautiful. Beautiful memory. The medicine wheel. The thing with the medicine wheel is that instead of a linear outline, it's a circle. And you can put anything on the circle that you want to put on the circle. They're all intertwined, and it is a cycle, and it is a circle. Life isn't linear. We were taught that. It's a spiral, it's a web. So when I teach, and this tool, this pattern, this way of thinking, it's a circle. It tends to incorporate nature, earth element qualities, and then cultures will put characteristics, strengths, ways of being, ideas of focus. There wasn't the separation between our spiritual self, our physical self, our mental self, and our emotional self in those cultures. If one was out of balance, if one was out of whack, the whole thing was. And learning that more and more in medicine, and they're learning that more and more with quantum stuff, and they're learning that more and more. It's one of these ancient new things that's coming. There's so many of those. This paradox is, I always love a paradox, right? When I set mine up, the way that I teach workshops, the way that we're going to be laying this out, the characteristics that I work with going together, it is north. To me, north is on the top. Okay, you can line this up however you want. There is no right way. So set yours up how you choose. I'm going to teach you mine because I'm the one doing the teaching. So to the north, to the top for me, is our mind and clarity. Okay. To the east is our emotions. It's water, it's flow, and comfortable, deep sense of comfort within. The south, which is to the bottom of the paper for me, is our physical self. It's earth, it's action, it's also holding space. So it's matter, but it's holding space in that matter. It's our confidence. And then to the west is fire. Fire energy. Hi. These things are all intricately connected, but fire is creating. It's our spiritual self. It's our intuition. It is our magician self, creating from nothing, creating something from nothing. This is what leaders do. The flip side of that, this is where our saboteur lives. So that is the medicine wheel that I work with. That is the medicine wheel we're going to be talking about in these next number of training and sessions. If you have questions on any of this, reach out to me. I am available to you. I love supporting those of you on this leadership journey.